Hey, what's up? What's up, everybody? And welcome to NBA Top Shot This Live. I'm your host, Ros Gold-Onwude, and y'all, throughout the playoffs, once a week, every week, we're going to be kicking it, having this show, and we're going to be hanging out with different VIP guests, different players, NBA players. We're going to be hanging with you. We'll be talking about the playoffs today, the play-ins. We'll be doing challenges. And of course, we're going to make sure we rip some packs, and we do have some giveaways today for the people in the audience. So make sure you're paying attention and participating because we got some good stuff for you. First and foremost, I want to just establish the space, y'all. This is for you. This is for us. Like, we are a community. I am a collector. I'm in this with you. The people on stage, have Top Shot accounts, are excited about this space. Like, this is for us to celebrate, to talk, to hang out, to kick it, to strategize, to talk mess, and just chop it up. So it's for us to rock out in. So I hope you enjoy. This is our first time doing NBA Top Shot this live, and we'll just keep building on it week after week after week. First up, I got some awesome guests, somebody who the community knows really, really well. He's engaged. On top of that, in his day job, he's also like an incredible basketball player for the Sacramento Kings. He's a rookie for them and a candidate for Rookie of the Year. Tyrese Haliburton. What's up, Ty?
What's up? I'm excited. I'm excited to be on here.
I mean, you got a whole professional mic stand. You a whole podcaster out here.
Yeah. I just had to pick some stuff up during the pandemic. So had to look decent, especially with guys like Kenny on here. I can't come on looking crazy,
Okay, well then let's get to Kenny too. We have the king of the fourth quarter here, y'all. He is a YouTube all-star, if you will, YouTube star. He's a hoop head. He talks a whole lot of hoops and basketball. He's the co-host of the Through the Wire podcast, and he's got a new show called Game. What up, Kenny? Kenny Beecham is here.
What's up, man? My resume ain't as good as y'all's, but I'm happy to be here.
No, but you definitely have the most professional background. Yours look like
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, man, the pandemic had us up our stuff on this side too.
Facts. Well, someone who is still struggling right now. I know we've had about a year and a half in the pandemic, and most of us have lived on Zooms and upgraded our situation. Our next guest, guys, we're figuring it out. He might pop on, he might not. We'll wait as it comes. But I want to make sure to give him his flowers because he's Ty's teammate. He's been having a career season for the Sacramento Kings. He's been holding it down in the middle. He's their center. Rashawn Holmes is joining us today, allegedly.
Maybe.
He was here, but he's just having a little bit of technical difficulty. So he'll pop in whenever he can.
For sure.
For sure. And I'm Ros Gold-Onwude. I hoop as well, but now I'm a broadcaster. I cover the NBA and WNBA for ESPN, The Boardroom, and newly the Los Angeles Sparks. Shout out to the ladies.
Wow.
Y'all like the W?
Yeah, I mess with the W. Definitely mess with the W. I'm a big fan of Sue Bird, so I'm very Seattle Storm right now.
Yes, definitely. I mean, that's the GOAT point guard, all-time assist leader for sure. And you know what? I'm from New York. She's from New York as well. Mm-hmm. So that's who's your favorite W player? Because Ty.
Well, I actually this pre-draft I was in Vegas, so the Aces, you'd see a lot of the players a lot, and I actually got to form a relationship with Kelsey Plum. She was recovering from ACL surgery and all that. So I seen the other night she had a good game. So the Aces, I guess, are my team tentatively. But yeah, Kelsey's my girl. She's awesome.
Yeah, no, she's super dope. I covered her career at Washington, and she was like the all-time leading scorer in college history, period, men's or women's. So I'm really excited to see her back with the Aces. And actually, I'm excited for what's coming with Dapper Labs and the WNBA. We've heard it teased. So we might see that in the future. But we want to make sure to get to this show. We're talking about NBA play-ins, NBA playoffs for NBA Top Shot this live. One more thing to let y'all know. We're going to talk to these guys, but we're also giving away, we're opening a pack and giving away moments. And y'all, it's from a legendary pack, Series 2 legendary Hollow Icon pack. We giving it away. So make sure you pay attention at the end of the show. We'll definitely give you some trivia chances to earn and win the moments out of that legendary Hollow Icon pack. Also want to shout out everyone who caught the Hustle and Show drop today. I actually we're supposed to get an email notification. I hope it doesn't happen during the show. So, okay, y'all. While we're waiting for Rashawn, let's just talk about it. That Lakers Warriors finish.
That's crazy.
Ridiculous.
The game was obviously a little sloppy, but that's kind of a part of it. The Lakers are just getting back to playing with the whole team, and Steph is being Steph. So it was sloppy but competitive the whole night. You know what I'm saying? And LeBron doing LeBron things. It was an awesome night for, I think, the NBA. And anytime you got two of the top dudes in the league competing against each other, like, you can't ask for more.
Yeah, I saw this morning that it was the second most watched game of the season so far, other than Christmas. Like, that's huge for the NBA. And I'm a guy that loves defense, so I was watching Draymond Green, like, specifically on him this entire game, other than the foul. We're not going to talk about the foul. Everything else was amazing. The Warriors, talent-wise, probably should have matched up against the Lakers in a game like this, but they did because Steph Curry is ridiculous.
Also, I'm going to give flowers to role players. I definitely loved, I'm always watching the stars, but I'm always like, yo, because that's kind of who I was as a player. Like, who's coming in there and making a difference? Like, Draymond had moments of brilliance on AD and just defensively. But how about Mr. Two-Way Wiggins, Andrew Wiggins on LeBron? He had some nice moments against LeBron.
The spin move, he's cold. He got the spin move and keep it in the right hand and get to the pullback. He's nice at that. He hit LeBron down on the left wing. Wiggins is nice. That's the thing people don't realize is, like, next year when Klay comes back, it's like, oh, they got Steph and Klay, but, like, the dude on the wing over there, he averages 20 a night too. So like, good luck. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're a good basketball team.
I wish he showed more emotion. He got a couple and ones and was just like stoic. Like, give it a little fire, man. It's like a win or go home situation, man. Just show a little bit.
Right.
I wonder if on the inside he's like, like, maybe, like, you ever have to sneeze and you hold your nose and, like, your brain explode. Like, maybe that's what it's like in there. Like, he going up against LeBron James and he was locking up a few times. Like, he really held his own.
Yeah.
And got that nickname Two-Way Wiggins. On the other side, you talked about Draymond's foul, Kenny. Okay, first let's start with respect. LeBron's, like, dagger three pull a Steph over Steph was incredible and deserves all the flowers. But how about the dramatics in the interview afterwards? He said he saw 3 rims and aimed for the middle.
Man, that's just a part of the gamesmanship of the league, though. Like when something like that happens, like, you gotta do that because you gotta put the pressure on the refs to look at it. Like, that's the thing people don't realize. If Bron would have just fell and popped back up, like, nobody's looking at that. Like, he's fine. But if he does that, then they gotta look at it more. So that is just part of it. But yeah, he put the extra player in, like, hits the 3 I can't see, but that just makes it even better.
It just adds to the story of, like, LeBron James accomplishments. We have championships, MVPs, and a 3-point shot to win the game with one eye. It's just like that's the order. That's the order of it.
I couldn't even see. Like, it was so funny. I honestly was in awe and just cracking up because, the narrative is developing, and LeBron does create narratives. But, right now, blinded, LeBron hit the dagger go-ahead bucket that won the game, unable to see over the man he said should be the MVP and Stephen Curry, the Lakers, the 8th seed. Like, going from the play-in to the championship, like, like LeBron, creates the narrative. He already. So, first of all, do you think the Lakers could go from the play-in to the championship?
They definitely could. I mean, they got 2 top 5, 2 top 7 players in the league. That's all you really need. Will it happen is the real question. But they could. They got the ability to. It's gonna be tough though for any team to take the West.
Yeah, I just seen on Twitter that the Lakers are the first 7 seed to ever be favored in a first round series. So that is crazy. But like Kenny says, it's just hard to ever pick against LeBron, especially in this time. Like, doesn't matter what his games have looked like up to this point. It just matters what happens, when the playoffs start. Because like, every year they try to convince us that somebody's got that. Like, remember when Atlanta had like 5 All-Stars? Like, they tried to convince us they were going to beat them, and it was like, like people really started to believe that, and then he just like playoff LeBron.
Dominated.
So I'm not ever betting against playoff LeBron. I think it's very possible, but obviously you got to play, you know, the other team in LA. Utah's looking very good. It's not gonna be easy, but it's definitely doable.
Yeah. Smart man. So okay, since with you on the Kings, Ty, like I think you guys finished around 12th in the West, and you know at points of the season, certainly towards the end, you might have been competing for the play-in position. And so, how do you view it? Was it something that you guys were hungry for? Is it prestigious? Is it like, how do you view the play-in?
Well, I mean, for us being in Sacramento, obviously we haven't made the playoffs in 15 years now. Like, just to get the opportunity, you know, I think is intriguing for people. I was because my girlfriend, you know, I just explained to her because she don't know too much about basketball until I got to the league, you know. So it's like explain it to her, like for teams that are under the 10, like it makes sense because they're playing for something, right? Like they're playing to have the opportunity to get hot to go to the playoffs. But I've understood what guys like, you know, like LeBron and teams that are in like that 6, 7, 8, like you're telling me I could work this hard to make the playoffs and not make it. So I understand how it goes both ways. And right now I think the play-in's a good idea because that's where we are. But they're 3 years from now when we're, you know, a 6 and this is the thing, like you might hear me come out and say, this is stupid. So, you know, I think it's just depending on who you're cheering for. But as a fan of the game, you got to love it because it just brings more like do or die, like win or go home stuff. And that just pulls the best out of players. So I enjoy it in that sense, but it just depends on who you cheer for.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys, I want to get a little bit to some origins around NBA Top Shot. I know a little bit about your story, Ty, but let's just, you know, how did you get into Top Shot? And I want to know, were you guys crypto heads? Were y'all into NFTs? Like, were you aware of this world? Me personally, not at all. I had no clue about any of this. You know, I knew what Bitcoin. I know what Bitcoin is, but not really. My brother, you know, came to me and explained it as basically essentially virtual trading cards. Instead of pictures, they're videos. They're done through blockchain, so there's a scarcity to it, a supply and demand, and you can also see transactions through it. But I really wasn't listening. You know, in the start of the season, that's going in one year out the other. I'm being told a million things a day, so not listening. But we actually, exactly, we were actually in Chicago, I think like January or February, and I tweeted I went on Top Shot. I was bored in my room one day, and my moment had jumped like $100 or $200, and I tweeted about it like, "Dang, my moment's jumping! Like this is really happening." As soon as I tweeted that out, like 30 minutes later, it was up 500. I'm like, all right, I'm in. Like I'm in this. So then I got in. My brother called me like, yo, you should have told me you were gonna tweet so we could have bought a bunch of the moments and then had them already. But it was just that's insider trading.
Yeah, kinda. Then I just got involved. Got like I spent a day when before we played Brooklyn. Like I spent a day, and even the day we played Brooklyn, I spent like a whole 2 days in Discord just asking people questions and learning as much as I could because it still didn't make the most sense to me. But then it became like telling my teammates about it, telling our trainers about it, and the word just kept going. And then from there, it kind of blew up.
Do you have a group text going with the team? I've heard a few guys do.
Yeah. We keep like a Top Shot group. So it's like a couple assistant coaches, a couple of the trainers, a couple of the players. You know, we keep a group, but now that's turned into just the whole crypto space. Like
that's tough, bro. Yeah. That's really, really tough.
So everything's on there. But you know, I only been in the league a year, so my tax bracket is not the same as Hassan Whiteside and Harrison Barnes, right?
Like been going in.
Like I had the highest Top Shot collection in the NBA. I'm nice. Like they come out with these graphics, Tyrese at the top. I'm like, ooh, I'm good. HB was like, oh, hold on, let me get involved. And he got a bunch. Now his is like his dwarfs mine. But I'm still number 2, but you know, he just made a little bit more money than I have in the NBA so far.
What about you, Kenny? How'd you get involved with like Top Shot and start your collection?
I was completely unaware of what it was, and then I got an email and we got to talking about it, and immediately I mean, I think a lot of people go through the same thing of not really understanding what it is, but obviously seeing that it's cool. And I've always been a traditional card guy. Like I open packs, even if we talk to like video games. I love the idea of opening packs and seeing what you could potentially get. And now I can do that with basketball, and I can do that with my favorite players. I was in from that moment. We don't have no group chat though. I wish I had a group chat of the homies that was really into it as well. But it's really just me, unfortunately, in my friend group. That's even today before we got on this call, I was talking to one of the guys like, yeah, I'm on the NBA Top Shot show today. And they're like, oh, and I'm like, you don't know what this is? He's like, he said he knew the name, but never got into it. And I'm like, it's never too late, but you should have got in when I got in. You should have got in when I got in.
Facts.
It's just I like just opening things and seeing what you could potentially get. Like I opened a pack, and just I think out of my pack, I got 2 things Chicago Bulls related, and I was like, this is meant to be. This is meant to be.
Yeah, for me, I mean, I definitely did not know a lot about it, but Top Shot, like with Utah, like it became like my gateway to the crypto space and NFTs. I collect all sorts of stuff now. You know?
Right, for sure.
Yeah, and my Top Shot chat became an NFT crypto chat as well. And so I'm in the mix. Like there's a number of people that like are heavy Top Shot people and like really serious about it. And I hopped in their Discords and got to know them. And that's why I feel like this show here really should feel like that kind of space. Like whether you're new here or you an old head, and an old head in Top Shot time is like nothing, but but like it should feel like a safe space to kind of talk about it. So I already know the answer to this, but how many moments of your own do you own now? Because I already know you collect yourself.
I don't know the exact amount. There was a while, like once I was like in Top Shot, I was just getting moments. But then after I got a bunch, put a decent amount of money in, I'm like, no more, only myself. Because then it made me better. I felt like I was like buying my moment. And if I'm not playing well, then the value of my moments goes down. So it's like,
you think about moments in the game?
Huh?
You think about your moments during the game?
No, not during the game, but after the game when I go back on Top Shot, like, dang, I only had 10 last night. Like, dang, I gotta be better tomorrow. I can't. My moments taken, but you know, once I got hurt, the value of my moments went down. But you know, I think people were scared, but you know, I know I'm okay, so I continue to go after them. So yeah,
give us the update on your knee. Obviously, we're super sad that it ended your season, but how are you feeling right now with your knee?
Yeah, I'm good. I can do everything. Obviously, that's me. That's not the trainer talking, but I feel like I can do everything. I think when it first happened, it was just a struggle of getting it to straighten. But now I'm really doing everything. It's not affecting my summer by any means. So I'm really thankful because, as soon as I felt that feeling in my knee, like I was panicked and like I was just emotional because, like in the basketball world, like that can really be bad. So I was just very, very worried, and I'm sure a lot of other people were. But thankfully, I'm all right, and it's not going to affect anything going into the next season. And I'm fine.
Yeah, you definitely had all of us worry, bro. Like this season has taken a lot of our favorite players out there. So when you went down, I'm like, no, not Reese, not Reese.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I'm good.
The injuries this season have been terrible, and it feels like they're all to stars.
Yeah. No, it is crazy though how it's happening, and people can blame it on the shortened off season and a bunch of different things, but obviously there's a lot of different parts to it. It's just some people are just unlucky, but at the end of the day, like everybody's got a plan though, right? Like I'm a full believer in everything makes sense somewhere. So some of that stuff happens to people that's just a part of their story.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you definitely had like some really nice moments this season. You're a Rookie of the Year candidate, but I especially was impressed when De'Aaron went down, De'Aaron Fox, and was out, and you stepped up. Like your production just jumped. What did you find out about yourself during that time?
Yeah, I think with De'Aaron being out, like obviously we lost like our leader, like our star, our best player. So there was a voice missing, and I think our vets, the Harrison and Mo Harkless, like those guys got on me to be like, yo, like you're gonna do it. Like we could do it, but that's not like that's you. Like, this is for you. Like, this is the best for your growth right now. And so, like, those guys being on me, and same with the coaching staff and stuff, like, that helped me a bunch, because it just, my confidence just like went to 1,000,000. And and then we play the Lakers at Staples and win that game. Like, you couldn't tell me nothing after that game. So I think it just helped me a lot, and it's going to help me a lot with the summer and going into the next season. But it just helped in a lot of different ways.
What's the first thing you're going to do this offseason that's not basketball?
Yeah, just go on a nice vacation. I'm sending my dog needs some training, so I'm gonna send him to LA to get some training, so he's better at understanding when I tell him to come here, and then I'm just gonna go chill on an island or something for a week and just kick it because obviously this summer is gonna be nuts. So before this summer picks up, just get to chilling for a little bit.
Amen to that. I want to bring someone else to the stage. It is not your starting center, Richaun Holmes, but it's also he's still watering his own right. He's still watering his own right. What an intro. Everybody in the community knows Jacob Eisenberg, community lead for Dapper Labs and NBA Top Shot. I didn't mean to, because I didn't want people to think he was going to be Richaun Holmes, Jacob. So.
I set a mean screen, but I'm no Richaun. What's up, everyone? How's it going? Thanks for having me.
All right. So I wanted to
be here.
Oh, of course. I mean, I feel like you don't even have to say that. This is your space. We're here with you. Like,
right. That's a fact.
So, Kenny, I'll start with you. We really wanted to dive in on like fandom. Mm-hmm. And you clearly, you are a loyal, serious fan. I know you love the Bulls. Like, how did you grow in your fandom? How did that start for you? And like, what level of like seriousness / obsessiveness are you?
To answer the second question first, there's not a day that goes by that I do not watch a basketball game. And if there's multiple on, there's multiple on multiple screens. Like I am very serious about trying to make this thing, talking basketball in the basketball world, my profession. And it's been working so far. So I feel like I have to be in it. But it started in 2003. I watched Jamal Crawford on the Chicago Bulls go head to head with Allen Iverson. I think AI had 50, Jamal had 40. And at that point, I'm 7, 8 years old watching it, and I'm like, yeah, this is right here. This is what I want to do. Then I came to the realization, Pops is 5'10", Mom is 5 foot, so we're not making it to the league. So let's try a different avenue to get into basketball, and that's how we get to this spot right here.
Yeah. I mean, you're really good at the craft, man. Like,
thank you.
What about you, Todd? Did you grow up a fan of a certain team?
No, I grew up a fan of LeBron James. So.
Wow.
That was
who he was.
Yeah. I got the first Cavs jersey, the Heat jersey, back to the Cavs. I had a Lakers, but I don't have that no more. I don't have none of them no more. But like I'm not like Kenny. I'm from Wisconsin, so the Bucks, but the Bucks weren't good. So
right.
I wasn't cheering for the Bucks growing up until I got Brandon Jennings for a little bit. They were cracking. That was fun. Had Brandon Jennings, then Monte Ellis came. Everything was good, and then but LeBron was in Miami, so I'm not cheering for the Bucks while LeBron's in Miami with a chip. So that was me. But then as I got older now, and obviously now I'm here, but before that, like I was just like, oh, I just love basketball. So it's just I appreciate the game a lot. I watch a lot of basketball just like Kenny. So I don't watch as much. I watch a lot of games in one day, but there are some times where I'd like to just have a day where it's like no basketball, like we just chilling. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But your time playing accounts for me watching.
Yeah,
plus 10 times 10.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, it's like the way you said you watch games every day is probably like how Todd gets shots up. Like you're definitely putting in the time and the work in your craft.
Right, for sure.
His is a lot more skill based though, I'll say, than me just watching the game. But yeah.
Ty, what was it like playing LeBron for the first time and actually taking them down just a couple of weeks ago? That must have been a pretty surreal experience, right?
Well, yeah, but like going into the game, like we had just lost by 50 to the Jazz at the crib, right? So I'm like going into the game, and like obviously there's no Fox, like you guys said, so it's like I'm the voice, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm speaking a lot, so it's like coming into it, I'm like, because Brown wasn't supposed to play, so coming to, I'm like, yo, we're not losing by 50. I bet you that. Like, it's gonna be a good game. Then like that morning, LeBron's like, I'm coming back, and it's like, Well, of course she's coming back tonight. You know what I'm saying?
The social media team for the Kings is legendary, man. Their reaction to seeing LeBron was coming back was hilarious.
I missed it. What they do.
It was just something like why us or something like that.
Yeah, they just full of jokes.
Yeah, just a lot of jokes.
Come from a place of strength, though.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm like, oh man, like this guy, like of course he comes back tonight, and but like I was honestly just focused on playing better. I didn't play too well the first time I played LA. We just came off a big loss, so like I wasn't even thinking about nothing like that. I mean, obviously when he was out there, I'm like, dang, but you know, I'm just like we hooping, but yeah, it was cool. It was a real cool moment and like special in my career so far, but you know he's obviously in the same division, so we'll see them many times in the years following. So I'm just looking forward to continue to compete against, you know, one of the greatest basketball players to ever touch the ball.
Was he that guy for you? Like, who was the guy that when you stepped on your first year in the NBA made you feel a certain way, like, wow, this is him?
Well, like Bron was later in my rookie year, so I didn't have that feeling like really anymore. Like I would say like earlier in my career, it was like that every night. It felt like, you know, like CP, Dame, Melo, you know what I'm saying? But I'll say Melo and Dame because like that was my first preseason game was against them, and like my hands were like I was real nervous. Like those are the two I was like dang, they really in front of me. But after that, you know, I started to realize like, yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, I like that. And so when you felt that, like, do you feel comfortable speaking on the court, like as a leader, like talking, telling people what to do and stuff?
Yeah, for sure. I think it's just kind of a part of the growth, right? But like one thing is like you're coming in at 21. Came in at 20, and like I'm telling like grown men what to do. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of like you just kind of sit. Like I remember the first day of training camp. Like I'm just sitting back. Like I ain't saying nothing. You know what I'm saying? But like they just know the staff and the organization have been on me to, you know, talk more, and that's just who I am naturally. And you know, and I think everybody knows like I come from a pure place. I just want to win. So that like the relationships and stuff you create with teammates allows you to, you know, be better as a communicator and leader.
All right. So Ty, who is your vet? Kenny, who is a broadcaster or somebody that gives you motivation that inspires you?
Yeah, you go first.
Kenny. Okay, I'll go first. My vet originally, I would say, was Corey Joseph. He actually like lived like 5 minutes, like not like 30 seconds away from me. So like he was like my vet. If I need anything, I'd go to him. He got traded at the deadline. So I was like, dang, my vet's gone. But I mean, obviously, you know, you have guys like Hassan and Harrison, and they have that role. But Corey was like my guy, you know. And then like Mo Harkless came in right away, and like that was my guy. So I'd say Corey and Mo were probably like 1 and 2 in terms of like my growth throughout the year. But yeah, those are probably the main two.
Best thing that you learned from one of them, and also best gift you got, because I feel like one of the great parts of NBA vet stories is you have to do stuff sometimes for them, but they also look out for you. I've heard guys getting suits. I've heard some crazy stories of like being gifted a car. Like I've heard all sorts of stuff. Like, you know, and then what like wisdom as well. It doesn't have to be.
I would say the best piece of advice I got was from Corey and Mo, but it was just like, yo, you belong. Like you belong out here. You're out here for a reason. Like, don't let anybody tell you anything different. Like, you're allowed to make mistakes. Like, you're a human being. Like, it's just a part of growth. Like, unless your name is like Magic Johnson or LeBron James, like, you're going to make mistakes as a rookie. Like, it's just a part of it. So I'd say it's probably the best piece of advice. And then best gift, Hassan Whiteside gave me a 5 terabyte hard drive with movies and TV shows on it. So that's number 1. But
okay, that's cool. And he was looking out with the TV shows on it. Who you look up to?
It's got to be Ernie, because I'll never be a NBA champion, Hall of Famer, but I can like try to be in Ernie's shoes one way or another, you know, down the line. So it's definitely him. And unfortunately, I got to interview Shaq, Charles, and Kenny, but Ernie wasn't there. Of course, I wanted to meet the other guys, but Ernie is the guy for me, and he wasn't even there for me to talk to him. I wish I would have got some knowledge from him, but that's the guy, man. And he's been through a lot too, you know. To see how he has overcome his struggles and be in the place he's in has been amazing.
Yeah. And I'm going to manifest that you will. Let's manifest that and claim it. You're going to meet Ernie. Absolutely. Because you absolutely have the poise of Ernie.
Thank you.
You have your own style, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
yeah. Right.
can't do this in broadcasting, but I guess I'll go back to basketball. Have you had your car popcorn?
I had my car Reese's peanut buttered.
What is that? I haven't heard of that one.
Like I wore somebody made like a hoodie that said like Reese's Passes on it, right? Instead of Reese's Piece, like a play on it.
That's dope.
So I wore it to a game, and like a week later, I'm like downstairs getting treatment, and they're like, "Yo, I'm sorry." Like, "Yo, come upstairs." You know, a tester backed into your car, like in the parking garage. Like she's crying, like she feels so bad. Like I'm like, oh my God. Like my car's leased. I'm like, oh my God. Like, of course it happens to me. Like come outside and like I'm looking and there's like stuff on it and like a bow tie. And I'm like, and I go up there and I open the door and there's just chocolate falls out of my car. And I'm like, oh my God. But you know, it's not
Why?
it's not, but it wasn't like unwrapped. You know what I'm saying? It didn't like melt in my car. Like I still got a lot of it downstairs. So like it was okay. It's better than popcorn, but that's all they did to me. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because for those of you who don't know, like sometimes rookies like they get their car popcorn. They come down from practice and it's filled with popcorn. But I never heard of the Reese's cup. What did you do to deserve that for wearing that sweatshirt?
Yeah. I just wore the sweatshirt, and they just wanted to be funny. So that's what.
What kind of goodies you got? Do you got to like bring chicken on the team plane or something?
Yeah, Chick-fil-A and donuts. There's a lot of videos coming out this year. I was getting in trouble for like I'm not a big fan of Krispy Kreme. Like I think you can go to like a local donut shop and find good donuts. You know, so I'm like, yo, I'm gonna go get these donuts, and they're like. Then they're like, no, you have to get Krispy Kreme. So I go get Krispy Kreme. And they're like, these are cold. Like, you got these from the gas station. I'm like, this was the point of, I didn't want to go there in the first place, you know? but by the end of the year, I got it back. I got it back to where it needed to be. But yeah, just Chick-fil-A and donuts.
But all right, y'all. So we are about a few minutes away from our pack giveaway. We're going to be giving away moments to people in the audience. I want to finish this up with just some quick hitters about playoffs and the NBA season. Jacob, I'm going to start with you. MVP race. Give me your top 3 order. I'm curious about the order.
All right. I hope I'm not alone with this because I feel like the top 3 might have a consensus across the board. But I think Jokic has to be the MVP based on just durability and how much better he made the Nuggets based on all on-off metrics, whatever. I think Embiid's my number 2. I think at his peak, he was the best player for any team this season. And then I think Steph is number 3. What Steph was able to do carrying the Warriors on his back. We saw it again last night. The guy's just on a different planet. We've never seen a player like him. I don't think we ever will see a player like him again. Those are my top 3 with honorable mentions to a couple guys, especially Julius Randle as a Knicks fan. It pains me to not put him in the top 3, but there are probably 7 guys that are worthy of kind of a top 3, top 5 consideration, but I feel pretty good about my top 3 right there.
Kenny, what about you? You agree with that order? Top 3?
I might switch Steph and Embiid, but I think us nerds have Jokic as 1. But I feel like every player that I've talked to, that I've seen on socials, have said Steph. So I'm interested to see what Reese has as this order.
Oh man, I'm mad that we're doing this right now. But I'd probably say so like Jokic, we played him 3 times, and I think he had a triple-double every time. Like one of the times I had 30, 20, and like 15. Like he's really amazing. You know what I'm saying? Like so I guess he could be number 1. I guess he's number 1. But like I wouldn't be mad if Steph won. Like Steph is like insane. You know what I mean? Like when he didn't play last year and they were the worst team in the NBA, and then he comes back and like he's getting them to the playoffs. You know what I mean? Like he changes the whole dynamic of the game. So like either one you pick is cool. And like obviously Embiid has had a great year. But like I can only speak. I only played Joe once, but I played Steph and Jokic a couple times. So I can only speak on those 2. But either or, I ain't mad.
How about you, Ros?
I mean, I'm very similar with you. I think I personally, if you took away the injury conversation, like I had Embiid, but then when Jamal Murray went down, the way Jokic continues to dominate, continues to keep this team afloat. Plus Michael Porter Jr., we really should be talking about also as a most improved player too. Like, he's been incredible. But I feel like Jokic, it's not just a participation trophy. I think he's earned it. He is the most skilled, the most dominant. His vision, his passing, his finesse. It might look like not as dominant maybe, but it's like special. So him, then I got Embiid. And then I have Steph. So I'm similar to you, Jacob, but I feel like Kenny, like, maybe the way we, like, do we need to define what MVP is differently?
Yes.
But it's hard though, because it's hard. Like, what are you gonna say? Because if it's most, if it's like
isn't as good. So
right, but if it was like, if most valuable meant most valuable, LeBron would
Steph
have like
Curry.
10, but LeBron would have like 10
yeah.
in the past decade. Like, he'd win every year.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, what are you gonna say? Like the best player of the year award, player of the year, like
other leagues have like best offensive player of the year, you know, and then also an MVP on top of that. So
yeah, I guess the wording is messed up. But if it was just player of the year, then Jokic, you know what I mean? But he can win MVP too, because if he wasn't playing, it could be dark over there in Denver. So
yeah.
I don't know.
If Steph wasn't playing, it would be way different. I mean, if Embiid wasn't playing, they did a lot better without him towards the end of the season. But that's still a really nice team. You know, that's a solid team. But I think Steph is the most valuable to his team. But like, I don't know. Does the team how like, where would you say the team needs to be, Kenny, if you want to put him in the conversation for MVP?
I used to be a guy that was like, oh, top 2 team in the conference. I don't think it matters anymore. You know, it shouldn't matter as much as it did to me a couple years ago, because I remember the Russell Westbrook year. I was like, James Harden. Russell Westbrook deserved that award. You know, I was just dumb back then. So I don't think the seeding matters, because like Reese said, when Steph didn't play, they got the number 2 pick and now they're about to make the playoffs. So it is, I don't know. It shouldn't matter that much.
Yeah. And, you know, I've actually had the chance to vote. And so for me, the way I look at it, I think about statistical dominance, and I take it all very seriously. Like, first of all, I see it as an honor to get the chance to vote on these teams. I know and I literally spend a lot of time with it. I've agonized over some tough decisions on like first and second team before. One, there's a lot at stake. I mean, Ty, you know this, like, there's a lot at stake for these players, and like, so you take it really seriously. So for like the MVP, and this wasn't the hardest one, but I've thought about statistical dominance, historical significance. So it's something like, you know, really like the Russ year, you know, some of Harden, like what he was doing. I think about his importance to his team. So like the MVP, is he the most valuable to his team? His team's success, that narrative, I do think matters. Like, you know, otherwise we might have said Bradley Beal could have been in the conversation for MVP in past years. And then finally, all of that aside, I also say there's a gut factor. Like, is he nice? Can you not stop him? Can he not be stopped? And so that definitely was something that swayed me one season to vote for Harden as MVP. He didn't win. I think Giannis won it. But it was just because, like, overall, I put all that together and I was like, and plus nobody can stop him. Like, it's, you know, it's crazy. So it's interesting. We may have to rethink the MVP conversation, but it's definitely a good one.
Yeah.
All right. So it's time. Let's get to some pack opening. Well, we have one pack opening. And actually, guys, we're opening a pack and we're giving away every single moment of this pack to a member in the audience who wins the trivia, okay, to finish this out. And if you missed it in the beginning, it's a legendary pack. It's a legendary Series 2 Holo Icon pack. So we got 10 moments to give away. 6 are common, 3 are rare, and then we have the one final Holo Icon legendary moment. So what I'm going to do is this, all right? I'm going to ask a trivia question, and the first person to get it right in the chat wins, all right? So I'm going to ask the question. Get ready in the chat, and you're going to put it in there as fast as you can. The first person to get it right wins. And answers, guys, we're streaming on a number of channels. Answers can come from all the channels. So decisions are final. Please, no complaining. Let's keep it fun. Let's have fun. Let's have fun. All right. So let me get to the trivia question section. Hold on. We're going to start with our first. Oh, come on. We're going to start with our first. Oh, here we go. Trivia question. And let me make this bigger. Give me a second.
This is
All
intense. I see people already super excited for trivia.
People are hyped. There's going to be legendary moment 1 tonight, so
Okay.
it's big.
All right. Well, we're starting with one of the first 6 are all commons, and we try to keep it easier. First one, which college did Tyrese Haliburton go to? Put it in the chat first to get it right. Which college did Tyrese Haliburton go to? This is an easy one.
Oh, I think I see. Ooh.
Oh my God.
That was fast.
That's fast. We're gonna have to check the tape there. For like a split second, you think you can read it, and then before you know it, it's just a tornado of answers.
Let's open it up while JP, our producer extraordinaire, pulls up who got the answer right. So let's see what that person won.
Yeah, we're just waiting for the site to load. Obviously, doing a pack drop while we're doing this show leads to a little more lag than we ordinarily would have here. But these are all learnings. Ros and I, we're learning as we go. This is going to be an awesome pilot episode so that we could take learnings such as make sure that the link works before the stream. That's a big one.
Yeah. I mean, also make sure that the player shows up. We were supposed to have Rashawn and and Tyrese compete, but maybe they'll come back with us another time.
Bourbon won. Congratulations. But if you were in the chat and you said Iowa, you must leave this this stream right now.
So, okay, as we're opening that up. Okay, there we go. So Bourbon, let's open it up.
Bourbon, you coming up.
Yay! Let's rip some packs.
Pack just needs a little minute here.
It's the best feeling right here.
It is. What's your favorite moment you have in your collection?
Mine is a Chris Paul lob to DeAndre Ayton. So nice.
Yeah. Actually, I have a really cool, it's not my favorite, but a really cool moment that I like. Oh, yeah, let's open it.
So we've got a ton of moments here. I think we're going to start just left to right, but starting with the common moments, and then we'll save the rare moments and the legendary moment for last. So this one is going to the first person. I'm blanking on the name.
Bourbon.
There we go. Thank you.
Bourbon won.
Picking up a really sweet limited edition Lonzo Ball 3.
Oh! That's awesome.
Oh, pull up. Okay, Lonzo.
What's the serial?
9,640. So yeah, 4 digits, not terrible. Nice little tray ball in Devontae Graham's face. Not bad.
Not bad at all. Hey, I'm here for Lonzo too. I feel like I always feel like every season he's like just on the cusp of having a true breakout, you know?
I
Future
agree.
bull.
He's going to get paid. He's going to get paid. It'll be cool. Trivia question number 2.
Let's do it. Trivia question number 2. We're going to start easy again. Which college did Rashawn Holmes go to? This is tricky.
I'll know the first answer I see here.
All right.
Olenn Green by Evan.
It's Evan. I see Evan.
Evan was right.
Evan, share your username so that we can get you the following moment.
Who said Hoffman Duke? Y'all play.
It's a Hamidou Diallo. Oh, I like this moment.
Oh, yeah, this is a nasty one.
Hamidou Diallo, former. Go ahead.
I think I got that. I think so.
New York City prodigy, one of the best dunkers in the NBA, and
in the Garden, right?
Down at the Garden,
yeah.
Jacob, I swear I opened that before on a live stream with you. I think I gave it away though. But
you did. I was there. I was in there for that moment. That's how I remember that play.
Yes, we definitely did. I gave it away.
Hamidou Diallo, Top Shot debut. Now
Shout out to Queens. That's where I'm from.
Playing with Corey Joseph, Tyrese Haliburton's vet, now in both in Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next trivia question.
All right, we'll start at the top here. Which former King did Russell Westbrook surpass to become the leading all-time triple-double leader? Who did he pass for that all-time triple-double leader? He was a former King.
Oh my God!
Oh.
Oh my God, that was crazy.
This was easy.
I feel bad for the person that was the first one to answer, and they said Chris Webber. I'm so sorry.
I see people saying Oscar Robinson. That's incorrect.
That's incorrect. You better spell it right and put some respect on his name.
Robertsom does not win. Wow.
We got Lanes v. Bucks. Is that right?
Shout out. Shout out.
Chat going up right now.
Yeah.
All right. This is your moment.
All right, let's open it up.
Got it. Daniel Tice.
Look at the Bull. Oh, this is before the Bulls days. We'll take it.
Pre-Bulls days. Nice little
That's
throwdown.
nasty.
Oof. This is on JV. Let's talk about JV's performance the other night playing game. Man, he showed up. I was impressed.
2020.
Yeah, 23-23, man. Like, I mean, just crazy. This ain't that wasn't your grandma's grit and grind Grizzlies. They like young and frisky.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like this is the free agent class pack so far. 3 guys and pending free agents.
All right.
2 of them will be with the Bulls next season.
Oh, man, you've been manifesting a lot of stuff on this show. You claim a lot of things on this show.
I just want us to be good. That's all.
Yeah, I feel like you guys are on track.
Yeah, I think so too.
Okay, go Bulls.
All right, I think questions get a little harder, right, Roz?
Yep,
a little harder.
Harder. So here's question number 4 of our common moments up for grabs to the audience. This one's not hard. Which Kings teammate is from the city that Tyrese Haliburton's college is located?
Oh, Bumpy Bear got it already. Bumpy Bear.
How is that possible?
Bumpy Bear.
Bumpy Bear.
Which Kings teammate is from the city that Tyrese Haliburton's college is located?
Bumpy Bear might be behind the scenes. He got that before the question was even out.
Yeah, Bumpy Bear, you are nice.
Shout out to Ames. Bumpy Bear, you get this moment. And it's an OG and an OB.
Okay, this has been a nice pack so far.
Oh, good split.
Ooh. OG.
Was slated to be a free agent, but signed his extension.
Big bag.
Also represent.
How much did you get?
I want to say he got 400 or something around that, but I could be off. It may have been just under. I think it was solidly in the 20s for annual.
He had a nice bubble. So
400?
4 years, 100 mil.
Oh my!
Something like that.
400. I'm like, yo, what? We signed a new TV deal. I don't know nothing about.
All right, here we go. On to the next one. You ready?
Yes.
This retired Sacramento Kings great is the only player in NBA history to open the game scoring his team's first 20 points. This retired Sacramento Kings great is the only player in NBA history to open the game scoring his team's first 20 points. Ty, I'm curious if you even know. You don't got to say it, but do you know?
I mean, somebody's probably said it already.
Someone has.
I'm going to guess somebody older. I'm going to guess somebody older because I don't think that's something that would happen in the last 20 years. I'll say Oscar Robertson, but it could very well be somebody like the Cincinnati Royals or something. I don't know. Who is it?
Peja. Oh, I'm sorry. I spoiled it.
I didn't know that when going into it. I was just reading chat. I had no idea. That's a ridiculous statistic.
All right,
Peja Stojakovics in today's NBA would be a superstar.
Stojakovics.
Yep.
Jeff Butt.
Who got it?
Jeff Butt.
Jeff Butt.
Jeff Butt, what's up?
Well
Let's
done.
see.
This is your moment. 3-pointer fitting, Maxi Kleba.
Okay, Maxi.
This is the moment that Mark Cuban's been pumping for months now.
Right.
Oh my God, I remember this shot.
The game winner.
This is basically a game winner. Yeah, this is basically a game winner. Relatively earlier into the season too, and I think he was just coming back from an injury or something. He had a couple big shots in that game. He had a couple big ones in that game.
I think he's one of the most underrated players in the league.
Yeah. Shout out to Maxi.
Okay, so let's move on to the next one, which I'm pretty certain, yep, this is our final common question. After this, we're giving away moments that are rare and 3 rare, and then the final legendary moment. So let's get this final common one out the way. Oh, yo, I don't even write these questions. It's a goodie. How many Final Fours did I play in at Stanford? How many Final Fours did I play in at Stanford? First one to get it right in the chat.
Somebody said 5?
Someone had a chance and they spoiled it on 5.
Reclassed, yeah. 5 is the first.
The Perry Ellis.
He's still playing, right?
He is, yeah. 2 more years of eligibility. Red shirt.
All right, so the correct answer is 3.
That's insane.
Yeah, but we played in 2 championships, but we lost to Candace Parker in Tennessee in 1, and then in my senior year we lost to Maya Moore and UConn in the championship as well, and I was so sad.
Wow.
Ros, as a Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Year, were you tasked with guarding those stars on the respective teams in the
Not
championship
Candace, but for Maya for a little bit. I always was put on, usually like the best guard or something, but Maya was so much bigger and stronger than me. Like it was like she wasn't even bothered by me. I was like a little gnat, like trying to bother. She was just like holding me off with one arm and just way stronger, and she competes. It's crazy the game is missing her right now, but she's doing so much bigger and more important things,
Right. Yeah, she's the best.
Okay,
right.
So congrats on that one. That was a special one. Okay, now
G Manny up. Congrats. This is your moment.
Oh, let's see it.
Everyone, we are wrapping up here. We got the big 3 or 4 more moments to get through. We got the legendary as the cherry on top, but we're going to go into the rares. So these are going to be tough trivia questions.
Okay, here we go. So we've got the rare questions here, and the first rare is Nikola Jokic is on track to become the second round pick in NBA history to win the MVP. Who was the first? This is tough. Nikola Jokic is on track to become just the second round draft pick in NBA history to win the MVP. Who was the first to do that?
I think Top Shot Today got it. Top Shot Today.
He was on top of it. That's amazing. Quick response.
All right.
Fast fingers.
And you know what? Nobody has even said it other than him. He just knew this. Nobody else is even close.
Who was the answer?
Willis Reed.
Willis Reed is the answer.
But it's a little misleading because Willis Reed was picked 10th overall in his draft class. It was just it just happened to be when the NBA only had 8 teams. So he's a second rounder in spirit, but definitely
Jokic is like the real first one.
Jokic is the real first. All right, let's. This is your moment. Top Shot Today gets Dylan Brooks. Rare. Ooh, low serial number. 105.
That's a bucket.
Ooh. Speaking of second round picks, I don't know how Dylan Brooks felt in the second round. He was a stud at Oregon.
So, he's so fierce. He competes. Like, I felt like he was a major X factor for the Grizzlies.
Absolutely.
Locking up DeMar for a good
He's
chunk.
He's gonna get the Steph Curry assignment tomorrow. So big game.
Big game.
3 more moments.
Let's do it. Last 3, 2 more rares, and then 1 legendary. Here we go. Which rookie signed the richest rookie contract
I know this.
in NBA history?
I know this answer. Nope.
Which rookie signed the richest rookie contract in NBA history?
I haven't seen it yet. People are going fast. Yeah, it's tough.
I can't see the name.
This is a tough one. This one's a real tough one. You need to be an NBA historian for this one.
I mean, Ty said he knows.
I know it. I think I have to know it.
Yep, we finally got it. I saw someone answer it correctly.
Okay.
All right.
What's the correct answer?
Glenn Big Don Robinson.
Oh, I don't know it.
What's the? I didn't know that either.
He signed a 7-year, $68 million contract as the #1 overall pick in 1994, and that was at the height of the NBA.
That is incorrect. But Chris Webber signed a 15 years, $75 million.
Let's check it.
Ooh, why are you messing up the game, Ty?
I'm just making sure we get our facts right.
Right, no, facts. Let's get it right. Jacob.
All right, we're screen sharing here.
Yeah.
Richest rookie contract NBA.
Here you go.
Glenn Robinson.
Okay,
rookie
look up.
contract.
No, look up Chris Webber's. I'm not rookie contract. It was 15 years, $75 million, and he had he could opt out after his rookie year because there was no scale. He opted out and signed a new deal, and then I don't know what happened from there, but I know he opted out of this after
from the
year.
Warriors to the Bullets, right?
Yeah, something like that.
If someone answered with Chris Webber, we'll get them a base set pack. But I think for the spirit of this trivia question, it was average annual value.
That's fair. That's fair.
Fair. But we also are going to reward someone who said Chris Webber. First person who said Chris Webber, Jacob will get a base pack.
That's right.
Awesome. So we'll
okay, Reese. I see you, big fella.
Yeah. Hat tip, Ty.
You see the story? Come on now, don't play with me.
Look, I'm impressed.
Whoever said Glenn Robinson first gets this moment. Let's see it.
Let's see
Brooklyn
it.
Net.
Ooh.
364. This is a Karis LeVert. We'll see him hopefully tonight. I don't know if the injury reports have come out, if he'll be playing tonight or not.
I think he's in protocol.
Yeah, he's in protocol.
Oh, he's in protocol.
Yeah. What's the update on Brogdon? Is he playing?
Not completely sure. I knew he was questionable going into the night.
He's questionable heading into the night for sure, but I'm curious if he's playing.
He gonna play.
I mean, he can play last game, but Doug McDermott was ready for his day. Woo!
Dougie Buckets, man. Dougie Buckets.
Another Ames, Iowa represent.
We got the last two. This is the final rare moment that we're giving away to a fan, a member of the audience who gets this trivia question right. And then the last one's going to be that legendary hollow icon. So let's get through this rare first. Which Kings franchise player was the last person to lead the league in both scoring and assists in the same season? I'll say it again. Which Kings franchise player was the last person to lead the league in both scoring and assists in the same season?
I mean, there's only one person, correct? There's only one person. Like, there's no way.
I was thinking the same thing, Reese. I was thinking the same thing.
I don't think it's who you guys think it is.
Oh, you know what? Okay, I see some names that might be right. That makes sense, other than the guy I was thinking of.
The correct answer has been said in chat, and
it is Nate Archibald.
Shout out to Tiny.
New York represent.
Oh, come on. Okay, let's see what they got. And who won it?
We got to figure out who won it, but they're also getting another New Yorker moment from Tobias Harris.
This pack has been very solid, in my opinion. Like
most cereals.
Yeah, nice players.
Always good to get a moment from a win.
Yep. You think about that too? Okay. Yep. Sometimes I'm like, I'm just into the play, you know? Okay, so that Tobias Harris was very nice. A rare Tobias. And that's a metallic gold series 2 as well.
To Bowser.
Nice. And a nice, no, that's a nice cereal. That's a nice little thing up there, that metallic gold Tobias. Sixers might take it all the way. It's possible.
This is what everyone's waiting for, though. We got the legendary. Right. Roz, do you have the legendary trivia question?
Here we go, y'all. This is the final trivia question. It is for the Series 2 Hollow Icon legendary moment in this pack. And we're going to give it away to the first person to get it right. Get ready in the chat. Put it in the chat. This is tough. Make sure you spell it right. You might want to take your time to get it right. There are 6 active players in the NBA who played college ball at Iowa State. Can you name all 6 in your answer?
Ooh.
I know.
Get it right.
Kenny can't. I know he can. You can.
There are 6 active players in the NBA who played college ball at Iowa State. Can you name them?
Type it in the private chat if you know it, Kenny. Type it in the private chat.
I got you.
We got it. Splenda.
Yes.
Splenda.
Yep, he got it.
Okay,
I was
so say
typing.
them, Ty. You want me to say
You
it?
had Nader, Kenny?
I had Nader. I didn't have Thomas.
So Matt Thomas, George Niang, Abdul Nader, Monte Morris, Taylor Horton Tucker, and Tyrese Haliburton.
That's a squad.
That's a squad. I didn't know it was doing that great. Y'all killing it.
Tyrese, when you were getting recruited by Iowa State, did you stay with any of those guys? Like, relatively close in draft year. Most of those guys are younger.
Actually, all those guys are older. Like me and Taylor obviously played there together. So
right.
Like obviously we're close, but like me and George Niang, we never played together, but that's like one of my best friends. Like we talk every day. So but that's the thing is like there's not a bunch of us. Like, and Iowa State is not some school that just produces pros. So the fact that we do have 6, it is important to us. So we're all, pretty close. So it's the cool part about going to like a little school, but like it's a big school, but little school in terms of like our conference. Like you wouldn't say there's that many. Usually there's not that many Iowa State players, in the NBA.
Splenda, let's see what you got. Ooh, it's a Nick.
Ooh.
Number 98, Mitchell Robinson.
Nice. Okay.
98 of 99.
Oof. Oh.
I got a true story about Mitch Robinson, man. I went up to him after we played the Knicks the first time, and I said, "Yo, you're my favorite player to play with on 2K." And he just laughed at me. But he's nice. He's nice.
That's what did he say back to that? Like
he just laughed. He just laughed. Yeah, it was funny.
That's cute. That's dope. Like giving each other love, though. You know what I mean? Like, so congratulations. That is awesome, Mitchell Robinson, legendary Hollow icon. Congratulations to everybody who won in our trivia challenge. And I want to just come back and, thank everybody for being here, through technical difficulties, through everything, just trying to get a vibe and get a feel for our first ever NBA Top Shot this live. This is for the community. We'll be doing this once a week, every single week during the playoffs and beyond. And we're just going to keep rotating the cast, different players, different VIPs. And so I definitely want to make sure to thank Tyrese Haliburton, Kenny Beecham. What's up? Thank you, guys. Thank you, Jacob. You're amazing.
Thank y'all. This was awesome. Appreciate you all putting up with the technical difficulties. We'll have to get Rashawn on for a later episode. And,
yeah, facts.
Yeah, he missed this one. Yeah.
He's in the netherworld right now, just trying to get into the stream still. We'll figure it out. But no, this was a ton of fun. Just some quick PSAs. If you're still in the queue trying to get a Hustle and Show pack, your patience is greatly appreciated, and you will get it soon. This weekend, if you're not following us on Twitter already, please do so. We'll be doing some cool playoff activations. Make sure that you're following us on Twitter. Good opportunity to get some prizes potentially. And Ros, have a safe trip to Africa, and we'll see you back here soon. We're gonna do this next week. Some new players, some new VIPs in the basketball world. But Reese, Kenny, Ros, we'll see you all again. This show, we're going to do it weekly, going from now until the NBA Finals. It's going to be a lot of fun. Looking forward to it, and thanks again for joining us.
It's going to be hella fun. I'm going to Rwanda, y'all, to cover the NBA's Basketball Africa League Championship, so I'm super excited. Probably say hello to J. Cole for everybody, and and rep for Nigeria. But I also want to make sure before we sign out here, if you're not already having it on, make sure you're tuning in right now. Pacers are taking on the Wizards on TNT. Make sure you're tuning in for that. And guys, real quick, just the word. Who you got? Give me your picks. Pacers, Wizards.
Wizards, because I love Russell Westbrook.
Wizards, because Bradley Beal is Bradley Beal.
I'm going Pacers, just because of the injuries on the Wizards side. Like
that's not a bad pick.
On the Pacers side, though.
That's not a bad pick, and they clamp up
for real. Like they can guard. So
I'm not mad at that decision.
I think there's some benefit. I think Indiana's very top heavy. They've got a lot of really good players, and I think that all of those guys actually are better when they have a little bit more opportunity, a little more usage. So I think the injuries are, it's a bummer. It's a bummer on both sides, but I think Indiana's guys are going to step up and take it tonight.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys. It was nice to kick it with y'all. We'll see you next week for NBA Top Shot This live. Enjoy the game.